What's going on, stackers? So in this video I'm going to show you how to create a composition notebook cover fast and easy, all within Canva. So welcome back to StackinProfit. My name's Paddy, and over here we give you the tools and resources to learn, grow and master passive income streams so that you can live a life of freedom. Now, let's get straight into this video and start creating. Now, there's a couple of things we're going to do. We're going to create a patterned design for the composition notebook, but we're going to do that separately here and then add it to my template, which I've got just here. Now, this template, really easy to create. I have a little box just here, so if we click on this, we can see that's just an outline, but if we come over to elements and come down to shapes, you can find a box here, and then you can make lines as well, just with a line, and then we have a little bit of text here just saying composition notebook, and then a little bit of a spine just here. Now, to get the cover for this, all I did was use tangent templates. We're also going to use tangent templates to get the interior for the composition notebook, because if we go just here, they have wide ruled and college ruled. Now, to get that template, all I did was use the KDP helper, put in 8.5 times 11. I believe it was 100 pages. We're going to do bleed as well because it's a composition notebook. Then all I did was clicked continue, come here, downloaded the template, got the right dimensions just down here and plugged that all into here, and bam, we have this template. So now that we have this template, all we need to do is create some type of pattern design. Now, this is relatively easy, but we are going to need some graphics first. So let's go over to Creative Fabrica. What I typed in was animal clip art, because this is going to be some type of animal composition notebook. Now, scrolling through all of this, and if we scroll down to around here, I found this seller as well. So I've got this opened in a new tab. They have some really great graphics here. And if we scroll through, I really like, where is it? This one just here, this sea animal clip art. So we can create a sea animal composition notebook. So we're going to use these graphics. Now, I've got that open as well, and now we're going to click download. So let's just give that 2 seconds to download. There we go. Now let's go to the folder, let's extract it and then upload it into Canva. So let's go back over to this untitled design. This is 5,000 pixels by 5,000. I think it's one of the biggest that you can create, and this is where we're going to create that patterned design. Now let's go back over to that folder. We can see that here's all the graphics. Let's delete that folder. Let's take all of these and just plug them into this new folder, which I've created just here, Sea Animals Clip Art. Now, is that going to load? Yes, it is. This is how I organize all of my clip art here on Canva. I believe if you have the free version, you're limited to how many how many folders you can create. But because I pay for the pro version, I can actually create unlimited folders for all the graphics that I download. Trial of Canva Pro, then there will be a link down in the description below. So let's just give that a few more seconds for this to load up, and these are the graphics we're going to use to create a pattern design to put over here on the composition notebook. So again, let's just give that a few more seconds to do its thing. And there we go. Now from here, we just want to take a few of these graphics and plug them here onto the page. So let's take the crab, like so. Let's make that smaller. Then let's take this little seahorse. Let's move that over like that. Let's take maybe the dolphins as well. Maybe this little fish. And then maybe the turtle as well. So let's take that. And now we're just going to start creating like a little square. You'll see as the video goes along, but what we're going to do is kind of make a block with these images. So let's just play around with this. Let's take this, let's move that to round about there. Let's take the turtle or the tortoise. Let's also take this, let's flip that around like so. Maybe make that a little bit smaller. We could flip this, make that a little bit smaller as well. Let's put that over to here. Let's take the dolphins, flip that around, maybe put that there. This could go like that, maybe a little bit bigger. Let's take that fish, move that like this. Let's move this down as well to about there. Move this down as well. Let's take this. All we're doing is practically moving the graphics around on the page until it all fits and it looks good. Now let's take this as well, this little octopus. Maybe put that one there like that. Move that over slightly, and then maybe this little starfish can go up to here like that. Maybe we could use that again, so let's do this, move that over to there, maybe put that there as well, and then over here. Now I want something like bubbles, so we're just going to use Canva. Bubble, speech bubble, nope, let's just do a bubble. So that's not what I want. Let's do water bubble. Here we go, this is what I was looking for. So I wouldn't mind some little ones like this. Let's make that maybe a little bit smaller. Let's see if we can use that. So let's click on the three dots and go to the title. This is going to open it in a new tab. And then let's just give that a second to load up as well. 2 more seconds, almost there. And bam. Now right here it says price free, and it says use it in all of your designs. This means we can actually use it in our books. Now I know Canva has changed their licensing recently, but I still haven't had time to read it, so I just stay safe and use the graphics that I'm allowed if I decide to use them. In this instance, it's just quicker and easier to use one of these graphics. Now let's take that, let's move that over as well, maybe put that one there, put it there as well. Let's do that, maybe move that one a little bit smaller like that, and bam. So now we have our base design. So from here, what we can do is just line up the edges a little bit, but from here we're going to drag all over the graphics like that, make smaller like so, and then duplicate. So now we've duplicated all of that little pattern, and then move next to each other like this. And this is the start of our patterned design. Now from here we can actually take all of that as well, make smaller again, and then duplicate, so we can put this next to this one as well. And you can see the start of the design is taking place. Now let's do that. Let's take all of that, make a little bit bigger. Let's move down like this, and then let's duplicate, and instead of putting it right above like that, let's move this over like so. And then we're going to take that again, duplicate, move this up like so, and then put this one back there, and we can see that the pattern design is starting to look good. Now from here, let's take all of this, let's move this down a little bit. In fact, that last one's not really lined up that well, so let's take that, just move that down ever so slightly. There we go. And let's take all of this, if it's going to let me. So let's take that, move this down, let's click duplicate and move up. So now let's move this one as well, like over to here. And now we have quite a nice patterned design. Now what I'm going to do is just take this off like that on the sides. Let's take that as well. As you can see, it could have been done better. Now this is just a quick example. If I were creating this to actually create a book around and sell, I would actually spend a lot more time creating the design. But this is just a quick example showing you how you can easily create these types of patterns for compositions. Now what I've gone ahead and done is just dragged over all of that and then grouped together. So now this is just one image, and we can enlarge this like so to make it look better. And as we can see, here's our pattern design, and it didn't even really take that long to create. Now let's just line that up a little bit better, maybe there. And from here I would download as a transparent background. I do believe that that is a paid feature, but we're going to do that. So I want PNG transparent download. So let's just give that a second to download, and then from there we're going to go and create the composition notebook. So now that's downloaded, we're going to take that and just drag that into Canva. Let's do that here. We're going to drop, get rid of that, and again just give that a few seconds to load up. I don't think that worked, so let's go ahead and just do that again. There we go, and here is the pattern design which we just quickly created, and as you can see it looks pretty good. Now what I want is to duplicate this. Let's make that a little bit wider like that. Let's do a light blue. So if we go here, maybe like that, push to the back like so, move forward. And now let's place this over the top to see what it looks like. Now you can see why I do a transparent background. That way I can actually choose the book colour when I'm uploading and actually making the composition book here. So over here I just make the design, download it as transparent, and then upload it here, and then I can play around with that book colour. Now blue doesn't look that great, but let's just position that to the back, move forward again, and there we go. So there's the beginning of our book. Now I could play around with this, I could make that bigger, maybe that looks better like that, or make it smaller. So let's just go with smaller like so, and have that round about there. Let's take that and move that to there, and bam, we have the beginnings of our book. So from here, I'd click on here, let's position that backwards. I'll take this, I'll duplicate that. In fact, I'm going to just delete that cover now, like so. Let's move this over to there, push to the back. Let's take that, push that backwards, take this, duplicate, flip, horizontal, move that over to round about there so it's all lined up. Position to the back, and bam, we have our composition notebook. Now I could play around with this, I could play around with this font and choose another. So I could choose that one, give that a second. Oh, I don't like that, so let's go back. But that's how easy creating a composition notebook could be. It shouldn't be that hard. You need your graphics, you can create pattern designs relatively easy as you just saw here, and then you can place that on top of your composition notebooks so it looks like this. Now again, if I was actually creating this to sell, I would spend a lot more time creating a pattern design so it did actually look better than this, because that was just a quick example showing you how you can easily create covers for composition notebooks. Now, why would you want to do composition notebooks? Well, because there's thousands and thousands of niches just in the composition notebook niche alone. Now, most of these niches are micro niches, meaning they only get searched a few times per month, but there's still so many niches wide open. So I do suggest for you going through to Amazon and start researching composition notebooks. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.